spiritual personalities. So we have to wake up to hear this, hear the pastime of Krishna, what Krishna has to say. And that's why we are here. On Sunday evening also we do that. So we can get a little bit of this hearing, and that can change. That's what we've been talking continuously. And I thought that if we get a glimpse of, this karma yoga, what is action in Krishna consciousness, it will be very nice for us, that how I can do work or the karma which is Krishna conscious on that platform and offer it to Krishna, because that's what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying, offer everything to me, If you don't offer it to me, then you will have a bondage, karma bandha, karma fast, So that offer it to me. So we're trying to learn a little bit, because Arjuna asks the question and Krishna answers, Arjuna keep on asking, what shall I do, what shall I do, what shall I do? What is good for me, what is good for me? So Arjuna is pausing just like us, Jiva. Arjuna is a Jiva, Krishna is a super soul, Paramatma, So this dialogues is going on. So here now, after talking a little bit about Krishna consciousness, activity in Krishna consciousness, how we can make all activity or dovetail, they call it, dovetail all your actions into Krishna's. This is, keep on now it is good. Okay. How I can dovetail all my activities with the consciousness of Krishna, that is called Krishna consciousness, and that way you will be liberated and you will have no resultant okay. So can we do 36 first and then 37? I'll try to cover both today because it's related. So we thought that, so how we can dovetail all our activity and become free, we don't have any bondage, we don't have to come back and take this body, go through the same thing, janma mrityu jara vyadhi, again take a birth, take a death, go to die, and we are so much afraid to die, we always worry I'll die, so we don't have to worry about dying anymore. You become immortal, they call it, We are immortal, but we have forgotten. We are eternal, but we have forgotten. Because we have taken this body. So the body is nasvant, means temporary, and it's going to be destroyed, And then we are attached to this body, and we are thinking, I am this body, so that whenever we want to detach from this body, we are afraid that, okay, I'm going to die. With body, I will also go. We feel that way, right? But we are not going. We are eternal, and we don't have to die. That realization is called, I am not this body. That's what we are trying to learn here, that I am not this body. So, because of our activities, we are here, because of our activities in the previous life, that's why we are here. And we learned that yesterday by Nrsingadev. Nrsingadev saying to Prahlad Maharaj that your 21 generation will be liberated because you are a devotee. That's what he is saying to him, right? So from that, in the scripture, we learn that there must be 21 generation of mine also, because he has a material body right now, Prahlad Maharaj, He was only 5-year-old boy. But Nrsingadev says your 21 generation will be liberated. From that, we learn that, there must be a 20. So we cannot deny that I was not there before. Krishna also tells in chapter 2 that all these kings, you, Arjun, you were all there before. From there we learn, Krishna also tells us, Nrsingadev also tells us that we were here before. Sometime we tell others, I remember, I think I was here before. There are a lot of incidents, even in the material body, people tell each other that I feel like I was here before in this. We were here before, yes, and we gone and we came back, So we are learning. But why we have to take this body? Because of all our karmic reactions, we have to take this body. And that we will understand today. And Arjun has the same question, that if I don't want to work, then there won't be any bondage. So Who is forcing me to work? Who is forcing me? That's what Arjun is asking. So we'll do 36 and 37 and we'll see if we can complete here quickly the 37, but we'll see how it will go. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Uvacha. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusaha anichanyapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusaha achannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha atha kena prayoktayam papam charati purusaha achannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna Uvacha. Atha kena prayoktayam papam charati purusaha achannapi vashneya baladiva niyojita atha kena prayoktayam papam charati purusaha anichannapi vashneya baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna Uvacha. Atha kena prayoktayam papam charati purusaha anichannapi vashneya baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna Uvacha. Arjun said, Atha, hereafter, kena, by what? Prayuktaha, impelled, ayam, one, papam, sins, karati, acts, purusaha, a man, anichana, without desiring, api, although, Vashneya, O descendant of the Vrishni, Balat, by force, eva, as if, niyojitaha, engaged. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Arjun said, O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful act, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A living entity, as part and parcel of the Supreme, is originally spiritual, pure, and free from all material contaminations. Therefore, by nature, he is not subjected to the sins of material world. But when he is in contact with the material nature, he acts in many sinful ways without hesitation, and sometimes even against his own will. As such, Arjun's question to Krishna is very sanguine as to the perverted nature of the living entities. Although the living entity sometimes does not want to act in sin, he is still forced to act. Sinful actions are not, however, impelled by the super soul within, but are due to another cause, as the Lord explained in the next verse. So Arjun's question here is that why we are impelled to do sinful activities, and even unwillingly, if if somebody is forcing me. That's how he's asking this question. So we'll go what Krishna answers, Text number 37, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kama eva krodha eva Rajoguna samudbhavaha Mahasano mahapapma Vidyayenamiha Vairanyam Kama eva krodha eva Rajoguna samudbhavaha Mahasino mahapapma Buddhayenam iha vairanyam Kama eva krodha eva Rajoguna samudbhavaha Mahasano mahapapma Vidyanam iha vairinam. So Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. The personality of Godhead says, Kamaha, lust, esaha, all these, krodhaha, wrath, isaha, all these, rajoguna, the mode of passion, samudbhavaha, born of, mahasanaha, all devouring, mahapapma, greatly sinful, vidhi, no, anam, this, iha, in the material world, vairinam, greatest enemy. So translation by Srila Prabhupada. Excuse me. It says, the blessed Lord says, it is lust only, Arjun, which is born of the contact with the material modes of passion and later transform into anger or the wrath, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When a living entity comes in contact with the material creation, his eternal love for Krishna is transformed into lust, in association with the mode of passion. Or in other words, the sense of love of God becomes transformed into lust, as milk is contact with the sour tamarind is transformed into yogurt. Then again, when the lust is unsatisfied, it turns into wrath. Wrath is transformed into illusion, and illusion continues the material existence. Therefore, lust is the greatest enemy of the living entity, and it is lust only which induces the pure living entity to remain entangled in the material world. Wrath is the manifestation of the mode of ignorance. These modes exhibit themselves as wrath and other corollaries. If therefore the modes of passion, instead of being degraded into the modes of ignorance, are elevated to the modes of goodness by the prescribed method of living and acting, then one can save from the degradation of wrath by spiritual attachment. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expanded himself into many for his ever-increasing spiritual bliss, and the living entities are parts and parcel of the spiritual bliss. They also have a partial independence, but by misuse of their independence, when the service attitude is transformed into the propensity for sense enjoyment, they come under the sway of lust. This material creation is created by the Lord to give a facility to the conditioned soul to fulfill these lustful propensities, and when they are completely baffled by prolonged lustful activities, the living entity began to inquire about their real position at that point. This inquiry is the beginning of the Vedanta Sutra, where it is said, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. One should inquire into the Supreme, and the Supreme is defined in Srimad Bhagabatam as Janma Yasya Yato Anvayat Itarahacha. That's the first sloka of Srimad Bhagabatam, and it is said, what is absolute truth? What is Bhagavan Sri Krishna? Is described completely. The origin of everything is Supreme Brahman. Therefore, the origin of the lust is also in Supreme. If therefore lust is transformed into love for the Supreme or transferred into Krishna consciousness, or in other words, desiring everything for Krishna, then both the lust and the wrath can be spiritualized. Hanuman, the great servitor of Lord Rama, engaged his wrath upon his enemies for the satisfaction of the Lord. Therefore, lust and wrath, when they are employed in Krishna consciousness, become our friends instead of our enemies. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurananmilitena Yena Tasmai Sri Guru Namah Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupanga Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Nitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Nushabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpata Rupyasya Kripa Sindhu Dhyayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Gora Tvise Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I think Arjuna asked the question, he said, Atakena prayoktayam papam charati purusaha anichannapi vashneya baladina niyojitaha. Arjuna says that Krishna, what is impelled? Krishna is the descendant of Vrishni, you know. He's into the same family as Kans and Devki and Vasudev. He's born into that. They are called Vrishnas. And he's in this. That's why Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Vrishni. But what is impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by the force. So sometimes we also think in our life too, that I really don't want to do it, you know. But there are so many factors comes in and force us to do this thing, you know. And so Arjuna is similarly asking Krishna that what is forcing me to do things, you know. And because Krishna is keep on telling him that you offer everything to me, don't do this sinful activity, do a purified activity, and you offer it to me, then now Arjuna is really baffled that, you know, I don't really want to do it, but things are forcing me to do things. So what is that? And so here, Bhagavan says, Kamaeva Kodaeva Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha Mahasano Mahi Papma Vidde Enahi Vairinam. So, translated by Srila Prabhupada, he said, the blessed Lord said, it is only lust, Arjun, which is born of contact with the material modes of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this one. We can always see this, right? That we try to do something lustfully, in the sense is we strive for something, we have a passion for it, we want to get it, right? And when we try to get it, and if it doesn't happen, then we become angry. So why not? You know, this is a question we always ask. Why not? And then you try very, very hard again, that I want to get it, you know, why not? You know, if my neighbor has it, why not me? You know, my friend has it, why not me? My brother has it, why not me? This lustful thought process that comes because we are so much passionate, because we want to, because of these ideas, because of this thought, get us into this mode of passion, you know, rajogun, you know, and when we don't get it, we transfer them into the krodha or wrath or anger, and that is the mode of ignorance. That's where we go. And when we go into mode of ignorance, that's where it becomes our enemy and we destroy ourselves. Because you see, every time you get angry, right, you make wrong decision, you know. You break so many things. You destroy so many things too, right? So here Prabhupada explains. So originally, we were also pure. We were a pure, as Krishna explained to us, that, because we got into this material world, and Prabhupada explained here that the Supreme Personality of God has expanded himself into many for his ever-increasing spiritual bliss. So we can ask ourselves, why am I here? What is the reason? Who created me? And how I came here in this? Because we never thought that. We never think, right, in that direction. Why I am here? Who sent me here? How I take this birth? So here, Prabhupada explained that Krishna expand himself into many. He was by himself first, and he expand into many. For, he says that in ever increasing spiritual bliss. That's what Krishna wanted. Love exchange of a love. And the living entity are part and parcel of the spiritual bliss. And we are also little spark, because Krishna's chemistry, Krishna's fundamentals are what? Sat, Chid and Anand, And our fundamentals, we are also Sat, Chid and Anand. But we are little tiny Sat, Chid and Anand. And Krishna is the great, big. So here he says they also gave partial, and so Krishna has a full freedom, right? But we have a partial freedom. We can make a decision. And we are called, what are we called? Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita what we are. We are a marginal energy. You see, marginal means we can go this way or that way. You see, it is explained by the example that if you are on the bank of the sea, right? And sometime the waves come and touch your feet, right? And sometime they don't touch your feet. You see? So we are marginal. Sometime we are there, sometime we are there. So we are marginal energy. So we can make a decision too. That's how we are making decisions. Because little bit freedom is given to you. Not much. We say we are a free country and say nobody can touch me. We are freedom. But under the clutches of Maya, we are not free. We can see that, right? So much no independence we have. If we have an independence, then we would be doing something else, right? We won't be coming to the temple and say, Krishna, have mercy on me. We won't be doing that because we were independent. They also have a partial independence, but by misuse of our independence. So partial independence means we make a decision which way we want to stay. We want to say the spiritual side or we want to say the material side. That decision we have to make. And that's where we made misuse our independence. And we made the decision that I want to come to this world and I want to enjoy separately from Krishna. So that's where they come under the sway of lust. Because we wanted to enjoy. When you want to enjoy separately from Krishna, that is called lust. And when you enjoy with Krishna, that is called, what is it called? Love. Lust, you transfer into love. You enjoy with Krishna. When they are completely, so what happened? They come under the sway of lust. This material creation is created by the Lord to give a facility to the conditioned soul to fulfill these lustful propensities. Because we are, Krishna, if somebody gives us little independence and say, okay, go, do whatever you want to like to do, you can do up to this much, right? And then some people ask, they say, I have been given the independence, why Krishna is forcing me to do things now? Because what happened to my independence then, right? I have been given independence, but then, you forcing me to do things, So that's where it comes that we are given little independence. You can make a choice whether you want to be materially and lustfully, idea propensities you want to do or no. So you decided, and that's why you came to this material. That's why this material world is being created. And so many are created. Why so many are created? Why? Because there are 3/4 of the people. There are unlimited spiritual jivas like us, and 3/4 are there, but 1/4 of it is wanted to do this. And there are so many. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somebody asked, Haridas Thakur, I think, asked him that why don't you take everybody, because all these souls are suffering and they are coming here, and then so he's very, very merciful. He has come actually to capture us so we can go back and not suffer. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu couldn't see us suffer. That's why he started this Sankirtan movement. You join Sankirtan movement, you are liberated, you will be gone. You won't come back here. And that's why he started for us, Very, very merciful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Haridas Thakur, not Haridas, but Chota Thakur or somebody asked him, I forgot the name, one devotee, that why don't you take everybody back home? Why we all have to suffer in this material world, So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that these so many universe there, unlimited universe, even if it's just like you take the whole one big bag, in India we put the big rice bags, that much, right? So you take the mustard seeds and put into one of these bags, that also not, there are unlimited universes and unlimited people, unlimited spiritual sparks, so it's very, very difficult, And some of them say, like there is an example, right? That president went to the jail and he says that, ask everybody that how do you like it here? Everything is okay. So he keep on going to different, these people who are captured, in the jail. And the president asked, you doing okay? He said, I'm doing okay. Everything is fine? He says, everything is fine. I think everything is fine, but I wish that the wall of this jail room is painted a little bit white. Then it will be a little bit peaceful for me. Then somebody say, oh, the bathroom, the water comes very, very nice, but I think if a little bit more comes, it's fine, right? So this is how we keep on asking so many of the caddies over there, and criminals, they are asking that everything is okay. So they say, yeah, everything is okay, but none of them, president told them that I want to get out of here. None of them. You see? Everybody wanted to fix their surrounding and stay there in the jail. Because it's a president, President comes in and asks, what can I do for you? And you can say, I want to get out of here. He say, okay, sanction. Right? President can do that. But nobody asks that I want to get out of here. Everybody says how I can fix up my room, the water, toilet, this and that. That is our situation here. We don't want to get out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. But we don't want to get out. We want to fix here 1 bedroom house to 2 bedroom, 2 to 3, 3 to 5. If I don't have a swimming pool, I want next one with the swimming pool. This is my condition here. Very sad. So let's chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this evening. If anyone had any question, I can take for a couple of minutes.